Happy Taco Tuesday, everybody. Go out there and support your favorite taco truck. This is Mornings with Michael for information, educational purposes only. It is your responsibility to do your own due diligence. Our word of the day is Nadir. Nadir, the lowest point of fortunes of a person or organization. At the nadir of his sales career, he decided to try a new path and go back to school. That is our word of the day. Here's our heat map. We got some cooling in semiconductors, definitely in the software. We'll take a look at that a little later. Financials are starting to look good. We've got a little bit bouncing utilities, industrials, and healthcare. So that is a story there. If you're concerned at all with downturn in the markets and what could be a hard landing, you might think of putting your money here because it goes up with the market, does not come down with the market. Beats Index investing by about 5% per year. They're offering currently between 25 and 45% bonuses. If you'd like to learn more, please send us a comment. And so let's go to our charts. This is AIQ. It's kind of cooling off a little bit today. Look at our dollar index. Dollar index continues on its strength yesterday, up 0.17%. Silver pulling back a little bit, down 0.11%. Gold pretty steady. Copper is definitely filling the gap. Take a look at our uranium trade. It's pulling back to $2. So there we go. Take a look at our bond yields. Bond yields are pretty flat. Pretty close to 4.27. And on to the 10-year. Up 1% at 1.04% at 3.34. Their volatility or VIX index. It is actually up slightly today as the fear looks to raise. We believe it's 1368 is our target. S&P 500 continues up slightly, up 0.18%. S&P equal weight is up 0.13%. The NASDAQ is down a little bit today, down 0.01%. The equal weight in the NASDAQ is down as well, down 0.38%. Small caps, pretty flat, even though they're down 0.23%. And the Dow Jones Industrial Average is up slightly, 0.15%. So let's go to our news. World News, Morgan Stanley equity strategist Michael Wilson said on Monday that the chance of a 10% correction is highly likely between now and the election. Not because of the election, but because uncertainty is likely to prevail. U.S. June small business optimism rises to 91.5 versus 90.2 in the previous indicator. In our consumer sector news breakdown, Lennar upgraded to neutral from underperformance Wedbush. Their stock is up 0.8%. Helen of Troy, quarter one adjusted EPS 99 cents versus estimate $1.59, and they shockingly dive 27% on that news. Athletic Brewing continues to ride a wave of Americans drinking less alcohol. The Wall Street Journal reports, noting the biggest non-alcoholic beer brand in the U.S. has closed a new financing round that values it at around $800 million. That is roughly double its valuation from just 2 years ago. I'm not sure if we can find that. It doesn't look like they're public at the moment. BP shares slide after warning that its quarter two earnings would take a hit of up to $700 million from significantly lower refining margins. Said the result would be a hit after-tax asset impairments of a one-off contract provisions between $1 and $2 billion. So their stock is off 4.24% on that big gap down. Air Lease Corporation activity update for the second quarter of 2024 said as of June 30th, its fleet comprised of 474 owned aircraft and 67 managed aircraft fleet comprised of 307 new aircraft on order from Boeing and Airbus set to deliver through 2029. And their stock is up 0.71%. C.H. Robinson was upgraded to neutral from underweight at J.P. Morgan and downgraded Werner. So C.H. Robinson is up over 1.12. Werner is diving down 2%, and Heartland Express. Werner and Heartland Express do underweight from neutral in trucking, and Heartland Express is down. GFL Environmental downgraded to market perform from outperform and BMO Capital, and they are bouncing off their 20-day moving average, only down 1.14%. On to financials. Take a look. Financials getting a little bit of a bounce there, up 1.13%. Sure Guarantee upgraded to outperform from market perform and Keith Bruyette, and a gap up, and they're up 4.89%. Bank of America upgraded to neutral from underweight at Piper. Sandler predicting an upward inflection in its net interest outcome after the expected trough in the second quarter. Bitcoin prices bounce. We'll take a quick look at Bitcoin here. See, this is Bitcoin. You can see the kind of bounce, and at 57,521.60 right now. Go back to our charts and our screens. The Federal Reserve is mulling updating rules on how it calculates an extra layer of capital it imposes on U.S. global systematically important banks. On to healthcare. Individor cuts full year 24 revenue to 1.15 billion to 1.122 billion. Stock is up. No, their stock drops. I missed this one when it fell right over here, down 33%. Intellia Therapeutics was sued by Blue Lael for patent infringement in the United States District Court of District of Delaware, as the complaint alleges infringement of Blue Lael's bidirectional insertion template patent. So that's pretty interesting. Technology, media, and telecom. I think this would be our ticker. It's down slightly. And in that sector, Disney unveiled plans to launch a new cruise ship that will set sail from Tokyo starting in fiscal 2028, adding a 9th vessel to its brand-growing fleet, part of a 10-year, $60 billion expansion of Disney's theme parks and cruise business. And the stock is down slightly on that news. On to semiconductor news. This is from KeyBank. They're upgrading the price targets for key semiconductors. We can take a look at SMH. SMH is down slightly today, getting back to NVIDIA, price target of $180 for NVIDIA. On Cirrus, price target to $155, and they are breaking out of a consolidation. Not really a consolidation, just breaking up much higher. Micron, 165. Manpower, no, actually, this is Monolithic Power Systems. It's down 1.2, but their price target is 975. Marvell, price target to $95. They're down 1.76%. And mix for AMD, price target to 220. And negative for Qualcomm, price target to 225. And on to ON Semiconductors, price target to 85. And negative for LSCC, they don't have a price target. So that wraps up our news for the day as LSCC dives to its 10-day moving average off about 4%. Let's take a look at our daily routine. Just going to look at what's up 10%, 200% increase in volume. Got Arlo breaking out of a consolidation, jumps from its pivot with profit all in one fell swoop, up 17.46%. Revolution Machines, actually Revolution Medicines, is up 11.7%. Pretty good volume increase, up 521%. And Chimera Therapeutics, up 24% with 971% increase in volume. So that's a look at that. We have a couple of high tide flags to look at. High tide flag is when a stock races up over 100%. You can see this is the flagpole right here, and it's currently drifting down, creating the flag portion right here. It's nanonuclear energy. Look at SMCI, which is kind of flagpole before. Kind of see what happens in the high tide flag. You've had a couple of them. So when stock goes up 100% in value, can often go up more than that. Raced ahead from 77 to 357 at this long consolidation, created another high tide flag, and now we're have this same long consolidation kind of mirroring over here. Whether it goes up or down, we'll just kind of continue to watch. On a weekly basis, kind of got the triangle formation. We go over the tops here. Not sure why this is not letting me draw my bottom of the triangle. I'm going to pause for just a second. And here we go. Here's the triangle. As soon as I stop the recording, of course, it starts working again. So here we're with shift 4 payment. This is what we're currently doing. Bought it around 62.50 with the option. So we got out of that today. Just did not want to continue. in case there's a little bit of a pullback. We sold half of our options in IoT. Just concerned a little bit about this action in the ETF. Seems like there's a pullback. It's doing nothing wrong. It may be developing a handle over here. Slices right through the 10-day moving average. And we got rid of our option trade on Datadog as well in the software area. We'll continue to watch it. If we get any bump, we move back in, but for the time being, we're eliminating any risk in the area. See, just going to go over portfolio. Elf Beauty got a little bit of a bounce today, up 2.5%. Weatherford, a little bit of a bounce. Looked like it was going to move up a little higher, but doing nothing wrong right here as it works on the right side of its base. Dutch Brothers Coffee is pulling back a little bit. Tried to move higher into the profit zone. I guess maybe some people took their profit, pulling back to the 10-day moving average. App 11, kind of bouncing back and forth, maybe developing a handle over here. Not doing too much wrong. Kava Mediterranean Grill kind of pulled back through its 20-day moving average. We do have the $100 covered call, so technically a bit of pullback, which we were projecting. CrowdStrike pulling back to the 10-day moving average. Not doing too much wrong there. Added Intel as an option, and it continues higher today. So that's working out. We added this morning Sun is an option in the energy area to see if some things start to move into energy. That's doing okay. Yesterday we added to Apollo Global Management, the finance area. This morning we added a little bit more to BitX as we got a little bit of a bounce in Bitcoin. BitX is 2 times Bitcoin move. And Tesla, we did take a little bit of a profit off yesterday. It just continues up. We thought it would go up to at least 265. And that's kind of a look at what we're doing. So that wraps it up for Mornings with Michael for information and educational purposes only. Thanks for tuning in. Hope everybody has a great day and your fortunes continue to rise. And if you have any questions about your financial goals or any of the activities, feel free to reach out to us. It's been Mornings with Michael. Happy Taco Tuesday. Have a great day, everyone.